This video is perfect for you if you want to strengthen your joints and lower your chance of injury, since it will walk you through 5 easy exercises that everyone can do to maintain and even enhance their joint health.
Watch the video through to the finish.
It's going to be fascinating.
Now let's move. Number 1. Lateral band walk.
The lateral band walk is every trainer's favorite move for strengthening the hip joints. And for good reason. It specifically targets the abductor muscles, which control how the hips turn out. Strong abductors keep the knees, which are only supposed to bend in one direction, in good alignment, protecting them from caving in or flaring on your squats and lunges and when you run or bike, or in any activity in which they have to bend. Strong hips can also protect knees from taking a bad torque sideways during, say, a basketball or soccer game, which can strain or even tear the tendons. How to do a lateral band walk. At the end of your warm-up, get a mini band of at least medium tension and wrap it around both legs, just above the knees, or make it harder by taking a second band of lighter tension around the calves, too. Sit back into a quarter squat and take sideways steps in one direction, keeping your toes forward and not letting the legs fully come together. You can do sets of 10 to one direction, then switch, for 3 sets, or try a ladder, starting from 7 and working your way down to 1. This scheme forces you make each representative count more.
Number 2. Bird dog.
While planks train the core muscles for synergy in a still position, bird dogs and planks with limb lifts train them to stabilize when movement comes into play. That's one of the core's main functions, to distribute force in the extremities. How to do a bird dog. For bird dogs, come to all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hip joints. Extend opposite hand and foot straight out from the body, keeping shoulders and hips square to the floor, no twisting, and firmly reaching fingertips forward, hand like a karate chop, and foot back, toes firmly flexed. You want to feel the core, back, and glute muscles really squeeze. Hold for a beat and bring the limbs in, elbow toward knee, and do 15 to 20 reps before switching sides. For the harder plank version, start in a forearm plank. Simultaneously lift one arm and the opposite leg so they're straight out and parallel to the floor, again taking care not to allow the hips or shoulders to drop or the torso to twist. Replace hand and foot and do with the other side. Integrate both exercises into your core workout, or do them as an active recovery between hit bouts. Number 3. Chest to floor push-up. To paraphrase everyone's favorite cynical TV doctor, everybody cheats, at least when it comes to push-ups, especially when going for reps. The depth gets shallower and shallower, the elbows start to flare. So by doing sets of chest to ground push-ups, you work the muscles in their full range of motion, and stop being a cheater. Sometimes people will call these hand release push-ups, because you should lift your hands off the ground when you get to the bottom. How to do a chest to floor push-up. Start in good top of push-up form, hands slightly wider than shoulders, glutes squeezed. Lower yourself all the way to the floor, making sure your elbows track backward to form an A-frame with your head, not winged way out to the side. If you pitch yourself slightly forward on your toes, you'll get it. Let your chest lightly touch the ground, then press back up, keeping the core and glutes engaged the whole time. Replace your set of 20 regular push-ups with 10 to 15 of these, and you'll realize what you were missing. Number 4. Walking lunge. So many lower body lifts keep your feet firmly planted on the floor. That's cool for challenging muscular strength, but it's not really how the body functions in real life. We travel through space when we move. Walking lunges challenge both your strength and functional ability. How to do a walking lunge. Before you grab heavy dumbbells, do a few practice runs. Start with feet hip-width apart. Step forward into a lunge, bending both knees to 90 degrees and leaning the torso forward slightly so your weight in the front foot. Push that foot into the ground to pull your body forward. Bring your rear foot either to meet the front, or immediately forward into a lunge. Travel at least 10 paces down the floor. When you add weight, be sure to keep the torso leaned but not collapsed over the front leg. Use it as a warm-up or an additional exercise to a lower body day.
Number 5. Foam rolling.
Rolling your muscles atop a foam cylinder, particularly the glutes, hams, calves, and mid-back, is the poor man's massage to release knots and improve flexibility.
And supple muscles are far less prone to pulls and tears.
How to foam roll. It's easiest to take a top-down or bottom-up approach. That means starting with your calves, then your hams, then your glutes, then your mid-back, and adding in any other muscles you'd like to massage. The two things to consider are technique and gravity.
First, you can either roll over a larger area to ease out the length of the muscles, or, when you find a knot or tight spot, hold on top of it or do short back and forth motions until it melts away.
Gravity refers to how much of your body weight you put on top of the roller. The closer on the floor your supporting hand, foot, other body part is to the roller, the less intense the pressure.
Roll each spot for at least 30 seconds, and do your routine at the end of every workout. When your muscles are pliable and functioning properly, they put less strain on your joints.